Hello, my loves. Welcome to Soul Collective. My name is Nelly Swai, and I'm your host here on this channel where we talk about embodying the highest version of ourselves. I also channel messages from spirit, from the divine, to help us navigate that journey as we make our way back to ourselves, as we return to our authenticity and our power. So go ahead and subscribe if that sounds like your vibe, and let's get into today's video because it's a reading once again. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm not going to dilly-dally too much because I just want to get into this reading. Okay, so I did hear earlier on that it's now or never. Those were the words that were given to me by spirit, by my guides. And that's where we're going to begin for this message, okay? I'm just shuffling my deck here. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that when they said it's now or never, it's not necessarily in a sense that if you don't do whatever it is that they are talking about, there will never be a time to do it again. Spirit is saying that's not what they're saying, but what they are saying is that there's no time like the present. There's no time like right now. There's no better time than right now to do all of the things that you have been putting off, all of the things that you have been postponing, all of the things that you've been really craving to do on a soul level, but you haven't allowed yourself that opportunity. And Spirit is saying there's no time like the present. There's no time like right now for you to begin, because the longer you put it off, the more you're delaying your blessings. Because these blessings that Spirit is talking about here are directly linked to you tapping into your potential and expressing yourself from your soul. Okay, let's pull some cards and see what else Spirit wants to say about this. But this is an interesting message. All right, so we already have a card, and it's the Page of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. The Page of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords. Okay. Let's get one more card here and see what this energy is about. Okay. And the Three of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, so let's see what the guidebook has to say about this. The Page of Pentacles, like all pages, a messenger, tells us to be aware of money's value, careers, and new ideas that can help us manifest additional abundance. It's a card revealing endless possibilities and potential, all of which can materialize if we're willing to take the necessary actions. The Page of Pentacles prompts us towards learning and education. By expanding our knowledge and wisdom, we can make our dreams come true. All right, so what's standing out for me is that it's a card revealing endless possibilities and potential, all of which can materialize if we're willing to take the necessary actions. This correlates perfectly with what I was saying earlier about this time being the perfect time for you to take the actions to express yourself, so that all of the material abundance that is in alignment with that can come into your life. Express what your soul wants to express. That is what is providing the endless possibilities and potential, because when you express and live from your soul, you really live in the unknown. And in the unknown is where all of the endless possibilities and potential reside. So right now is the perfect time for you to do what's been calling your name, to do what has been calling out for you. I just heard the word repression. Okay, let's look into the Two of Swords. Okay, the Two of Swords can represent someone who has put up an emotional wall as a defense mechanism. Immediately, what I'm getting from this is that this defense mechanism, this emotional wall that they're talking about here, is an emotional wall that you have put up against yourself, an emotional wall that you have, oh, that's what that word repression was. You have repressed your soul's desires. That is what has created that wall between yourself, your physical self, and your inner self. And then it goes on to say it is preventing you from enjoying all the good things that might be coming your way. Did I not say at the beginning of the reading that your blessings are as a result of you expressing yourself from your soul? And this emotional wall that we're talking about here, this wall that you've put up, that is the thing that is preventing you from receiving all of the blessings that are meant for you in this life. So the time is right now. The time is right now to start doing what your soul is calling you to do. Right now, not tomorrow, not the day after, right now. Spirit is saying. Okay, so this call here from Spirit for you to start expressing yourself from your soul, for you to start putting down the walls that you've put up, is not just for your benefit, it's also for the benefit of the collective. Because your voice needs to be heard. Your expression, your true, authentic expression, needs to be experienced in this world. And what I'm getting here intuitively with the Three of Cups in the reverse position is that it's about that energy, that you are denying the collective an opportunity to experience you and be shifted by what you have to offer. Ooh, wow. All right, let's pull a few more cards. So the Knight of Swords just popped out. Ooh. What I'm getting here from the Knight of Swords, just intuitively, is that you have been receiving a lot of ideas. Spirit is saying it's not a coincidence that you have been receiving a lot of ideas. This is Spirit tapping you on the shoulder to say, hello, do you remember that you have this mission here on the planet? Do you remember that you signed up to do these things? You know? It's not a coincidence that you are getting the ideas that you're getting. Those ideas are for you to bring to life here. Some of these ideas have been haunting you for a very long time. All right, so the next card to come out is the Five of Swords. Conflict, which makes perfect sense in this situation, because this separation that you've created between yourself and your soul, when you think of yourself as your physical self, your physical body, right? Or your physical existence. So this separation that you've created here between your physical self and your soul, this wall that you've put up, is what's causing this conflict here with the Five of Swords, because you're living a reality that doesn't feel true to who you are at your core. But your soul understands that you are meant to walk a path that is unique, but your physical self has been fighting that. And Spirit is saying, put down your swords. The time for fighting is done, because the time is now for you to step into what it is that you are here to do. Okay? So I have two cards here that popped out at the same time. I have the King of Swords and the Tower. This reading is very heavy on the swords. Okay, so what I'm getting with that is that you've spent a lot of time in your mind. You've spent a lot of time trying to rationalize you not following the path that you know is meant for you. You've spent a lot of time. But Spirit is saying here with the King of Swords, it's time to trust your inner wisdom. It's time to switch up from trying to make sense of the ideas that you're receiving here, trying to make sense of how you're going to achieve them. It's not going to fit into a traditional mold of certainty, right? When you learn to trust your inner wisdom and you step into the unknown and you start to live from your soul's purpose, it's not going to fit into any traditional box in this physical reality. All right, so this King of Swords card came out with the Tower. And what I'm hearing here with the Tower is that you're going to have to release old ways of thinking and old ways of being. Allow the walls to come down so you can allow yourself to live from a more authentic and a more powerful place. All right, so that's it for today's reading. I hope that it resonated with you, and if it did, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know, because I would love to know. Okay, subscribe to the channel, join the collective, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.